clarified about the victory is at stake. Could you just explain a little bit more what you mean by that? I just want to make sure that the context is clear when the president said victory is at stake, what you see him as meaning there.
He means victory for the American people. Victory in lowering the cost of childcare, lowering the cost of elder care, rebuilding our roads, rails, and bridges, becoming more competitive with China, investing in our climate crisis.
Not victory for his agenda per se, not victory for...
Well, that is his agenda. Okay. They're mutually the same. Go ahead.
Thank you, Jen. Does the president have a specific position on the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act that passed the Senate and is awaiting consideration in the House? And then, in a recent interview with Bloomberg, John Kerry seemed to suggest that in talks with the Chinese, this administration sees human rights and climate change as two separate issues. He said, yes, we have issues, a number of different issues, but first and foremost, this planet must be protected. Is it the president's view that climate change is first and foremost over, a host of other issues?
Well, to be fair, I think what the Secretary was conveying is what I just conveyed about our China policy, is that we are going to continue to speak out where we have concerns, whether it's their economic approach, whether it's human rights issues, which we will raise privately and we will also raise publicly. But we will also look to work with the Chinese on areas where we can, and obviously climate is one of them.
Specifically on the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, does the president have a position?
I will check with our legislative team. Obviously, he's spoken out about his concerns about the treatment of Uyghurs in the past, but let me check on the specific piece of legislation.
You touched on this, but I'm wondering, the El Paso Times has walked back their claim that border agents were using whips to deter Haitian migrants. This is kind of a controversy. Some people are weighing what is a whip versus what is a rein. And the El Paso Times put out a clarification saying it was not an actual whip. Does that change anything for the administration in light of the statements that were made last week?
I don't think anyone could look at those photos and think that was appropriate action or behavior or something that should be accepted within our administration. There's an investigation that's ongoing. We'll let that play out, but our reaction to the photos has not changed.
Jen.
Okay.
Jen,
Thank you, everyone.